Welcome back for another episode of Keeping It Simple. It has been a very refreshing week for me. After almost about three and a half years, I have been able to participate in a silence program, and the mind feels so calm, relaxed, rejuvenated. The body feels so rested, and it was a much needed rest. I was just going through what all I did during the lockdown and after, and I have been able to teach more than 135 courses in the last 10 months or so. And it has been non-stop many times. Sometimes, it was one course followed by the other, and life was very hectic. But finally, when you do an advanced meditation program, you feel back at home, you feel relaxed all over again, and that is what life is all about. You work hard and then you rest, come back to your source, and be calm, be happy, be joyful in an advanced meditation program. So it was a beautiful, beautiful experience for me. And if you have not participated in an advance, it is time to recharge and rejuvenate. There are many programs happening in the Bangalore ashram regularly, and every week, in fact. And next week, coming week, I am teaching a Busy Bee, an advanced meditation program in the Busy Bee format. And after that, there'll be a blessings program. That again is a very beautiful experience in itself. We have Dhruv here. I understand, Dhruv, you are also in Bangalore now.
Yes, I'm in Bangalore. I'm actually near Residency Road, I think. Ashok Vihar. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So welcome to Bangalore.
Yeah. Thank you, Bhaiya.
So are we ready with questions this time?
Yes, Bhaiya, we are ready. Can we start now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right, Bhaiya. The first question this week is: what is the importance of Gayatri Japa? How does it help in spiritual progress?
So in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in the amongst the mantras, I am the Gayatri. So what he means to say that it is the ultimate mantra you can have. The word mantra many of us know. The word mantra means what? Manana trayati iti mantraha. That which brings us freedom from whatever is troubling the mind is called mantra. Okay. So there are various types of mantra, and Gayatri mantra is one such mantra. Uh, it is the giver of knowledge, the intellect, and it gives you radiance. So many things are there, and you have to be initiated. Usually, the custom is that once you are initiated into Gayatri mantra, then you need to practice, and that is what the ceremony of Upnayan is. And uh, very often, regularly, they keep on happening. Online also they happen. You go through that ceremony, and then you chant 3 times. You do it, practice of Gayatri during the dawn time, then the afternoon noon time, and then evening time around sunset, the dusk time. Okay, so it brings in lot of beautiful benefits. My personal experiences, regular practice of Gayatri calms down the mind. It brings a lot of happiness. It brings a lot of relaxation, and many work happens. Many works happen effortlessly. You carry that energy of Gayatri everywhere, and when a person having energy is more effective. The more energy. Life is a play of energy. Gayatri brings in that energy, not only in the mind level but also to the body.
And the evening Sandhya or the evening mantra, can it be done after sunset?
Yeah, these are the suggested times. Sometimes people may do it little earlier. Sometimes people may do it little after sunset. So that is fine. And there are people who do the sankalpa for all three and do it once also. In rare cases, you can do that also. So there are ways, but it is best as much as possible we stick to times. But sometimes if it is not possible, doesn't matter. Do as much as is comfortably.
Great. Thank you, Vijay. The next question is, do divorced people have unfinished karma, or they are free to move on?
Yeah, if you feel you want to get married again, then you have unfinished karma. If you think that your life is done, no more getting into any relation, anything, then it's time to move on. So it depends on what you feel within you, rather than going by somebody else's opinion. What you feel within you still feel that you should give marriage another chance. You still feel that mm, there is something still lacking or possible. A better or more fulfilling married life is possible. Good. And there are people who say, enough now. I have experienced that aspect of life. Now I need to move on. Move on. Be happy. No matter what you do, whether you want to get married again or whether you want to move on and not be involved in any more relationship, be happy. That is more important. Okay? Being happy is the key. And don't fall for opinions and pressures. Sometimes, especially in India, there is a family pressure to get married again, peer pressure, and so many things. But you see what you feel within you and take a decision based on that.
Okay, Vijay. Vijay, the next question is, Shiva is said to have many ganas. Who are these ganas, and can you shed some light on this?
Yeah, Ganas, Guruji says, no, Gana means a group. Hmm, Group. So he has Ganas, many groups of people helping him out. Some good ones, some not so good ones, some nasty. And you require all types of people to run the show, no? If they're only good people running the show, then after some time, when hurdles come, then the show cannot happen. You require some tough ones also. So Gurudev says, there are 12 types of people required to run an organization. The four types are of the good ones, and four types are of the bad ones, and the remaining four are of the weak ones. Kuch achhe, kuch kache, kuch kuche. All types, and Shiva, that makes Shiva complete. No, he has all types of people around him. And in any organization, in anything, you will also have all types of people working with you, whether it is in your office, whether you're a manager or you're this all types, and it is your skill how you get the best out of all types of people. You cannot negate any person. Gurudev very often keeps on repeating, you cannot do away with people. You have to learn to live with them. You have to learn to get the best out of them also and you also. Okay. So though it is not a challenge in the beginning, it is difficult to accept people and learn to work with them. Then take it as a challenge. Learn to work with people. I was reading a scripture, and it was talking about intellect. And he says, sign of an intellect, a real intelligent person is his ability to deal with different types of people. So then that book was talking about how Krishna, Duryodhana was his enemy. He wanted Duryodhana to be defeated. But yet when Duryodhana came for help, Krishna obliged him. He helped him. He gave his army. He had good relations even with Duryodhana, though Duryodhana was not following what he wanted to do. So that is the sign of intelligence, that you learn to work with everyone. You learn to take everyone. And even in the peak of war, Krishna was was with the Pandavas. But whatever advice Krishna gave, there are instances in Mahabharata. To Duryodhana listened to it. and he followed those advices. So that was the influence he had. You know, even though he was an enemy for Duryodhana, he would still listen to advice from Krishna. Okay, so that is the sign of intelligence. How you know, and that though Krishna appeared to be on Pandava side, he it appeared that he was on Kaurava side also, and that is why Duryodhana listened to him. Hmm. In the middle of the war also. So that is the sign of intelligence. Learning to take everyone along. And that is what Shiva is also. All the ganas, all the different types of people. Okay.
Okay, Bhaiya. Um, Bhaiya, the next question is how to get over Daridrata.
Yeah. Mm. First, you have to stop thinking that your Daridrata means what? You're weak, you're poor. You lack something in your life. Okay. It can be mental lack, it can be physical lack. So first drop that in your mind that something is lacking in life. In the Bible also it is said, and the scriptures also it is said, the the more contented you feel, that much more will be given to you. And if you feel a lack, then whatever little you have will also be taken away from you. Okay, so it starts by your feeling. Gurudev was sharing his childhood story. His grandmother would never say that things are over in the house, money is over or food is over. He will always say, "Oh, I have lots of food in my house. I have lots of." He will never say if something was lacking. So it starts from a sankalpa that I have, and when you have, hmm, then slowly you start having, even if you don't have. And then the next step is also a lot of hard work, willingness to do hard work. But then the starting point is the mind. Then your hard work, your support, circumstances, many things play a role. But let it not catch root in your mind. The first thing. People go through poverty. Rich people also go through struggles with finance, with money. Poor people, they tend to go through that more often than not. But if that thing is there that I have, and that becomes a sankalpa, and then that's
Great, beautiful, Bhaiya.
okay.
Great, Bhaiya. Bhaiya, the next question is mental peace. How to attain it?
Are we done?
No, Bhaiya, the question is mental peace. How to attain it?
We're all here in Art of Living for that, no? We started this session by saying how, uh, I just concluded an advanced meditation program as a participant, and it gives so much relaxation and calmness. And all these talks and intellectual discussion is for that only. Okay, a little bit satisfy your intellect, but the real thing is, it's time for you to do an advanced meditation program. In 3 4 days, you will recognize how your mind just calms down. And once it calms down, don't think I'm going to maintain this state all the time. When you involve yourself in situations, then you will lose that state, and then again come back and do an advanced. It's like servicing. It's like taking a bath. You can't say I've taken a bath, I will remain fresh all the time. So you take a bath and then you catch some impurities, then again you shower, then again you'll catch. So it's the same thing with advanced meditation program. I've been teaching advanced meditation program for so many years, but I also do and participate in an advanced meditation program. I don't say that I'm teaching, so I don't need to do it. All of us need to do it. Okay? If not that, at least keep it a happiness program. If not, keep it a search samadhi, dhyan yoga, whatever time you have, whatever constraints you have, in that you find something. At least not come for a reconnect session every Wednesday, Sunday. We have come for morning sadhana, group sadhana. something or the other.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Bhaiya, the last question for this week is, what is the simplest form of seva? I want to get started into the practice of doing good to others.
Yeah, you're just giving a smile is good enough. Many times you may have noticed people, or you might have observed, you might have even experienced that many people have come and told you that that day you smiled at me and my life changed because of that. Okay, you don't have to speak words, you don't have to do great things. If you can smile, just look at people and smile. How many times you consciously look at people and smile? How many times, or has smiling become a second nature? If you just keep on smiling, that itself radiates so much. And I'm not saying fake smile. Yeah, there is a saying in English, fake it till you make it. But that genuine smile, and that genuine smile comes when we meditate regularly, when we do seva regularly, when we indulge in knowledge talks like this, and all that something shifts in the mind, something relaxes, and that smile becomes more and more genuine. Automatically it happens. And that is the simplest and the most profound way of doing any seva. People connect to your smile more than anything else. You're a very easy hearted, relaxed, and smiling person. People will automatically want to be near you. They will connect with your aura. That is what the smile is, the power of it.
Great, Bhaiya. Yeah, that's all we have this week.
Good, Dhruv. So
Great.
it was wonderful. As always, new questions, new insights. And the purpose of sharing this knowledge is not only you learn, but every time question is asked to me, I also get time to, look at life from a different perspective, from a deeper perspective. And it is a journey for me also. And thank you for being a part of this journey by showing this interest in knowledge. So wish you all the best till the next week. Hope you have a great time. Have a nice day. Have a nice week. And see you next Sunday, same time on Instagram. Good night and bye bye. Take care.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Jai Gurudev.